बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। आज जो बायोलॉजी एमसीक्यूज टेस्ट हुआ है उसके एमसीक्यूज को डिस्कस करेंगे। पहले नंबर पे एमसीक्यू दिया है, व्हाट इज द प्राइमरी फंक्शन ऑफ रिसेप्टर इन द नर्वस सिस्टम। रिसेप्टर का नर्वस सिस्टम में फंक्शन क्या है? जो एनवायरमेंट्स के अंदर जो चेंजेस आते हैं वो उनको डिटेक्ट करेगा और उन्हीं चेंजेस से डेटा इसको नर्व इंपल्स के फॉर्म में ब्रेन तक भिजवाएगा। सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट, टू डिटेक्ट स्टिमुलाई एंड कन्वर्ट देम इनटू नर्व इंपल्स। सेकंड पे आते हैं, व्हाट इज मीन बाय रिसेप्टर एक्टिंग एज अ ट्रांसड्यूसर्स। सो यहाँ पे रिसेप्टर्स का काम क्या होता है? दे कन्वर्ट वन फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी इनटू अनदर। सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। थर्ड, व्हाट इज द मेन फंक्शन ऑफ डेंड्राइट्स इन अ न्यूरॉन? So they receive signals from other neurons। या हम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि ये मैसेज को टुवर्ड सेल बॉडी लेके जाएगा। ऑप्शन बी इज करेक्ट। फोर्थ, विच पार्ट ऑफ द न्यूरॉन्स कंटेन द न्यूक्लियस? सेल बॉडी में पाया जाता है। सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। फिफ्थ, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ एक्सॉन इन द न्यूरॉन्स? सो दे विल कैरी अवे फ्रॉम द सेल बॉडी, मैसेज को अवे लेके जाएगा। सो टू ट्रांसमिट नर्व इंपल्स अवे फ्रॉम द सेल बॉडी। सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। सिक्स्थ, what cover the axon and help speed up nerve impulse conduction? माइलिन शीट्स का काम है जिसकी वजह से ये जंपिंग फॉर्म में या सॉल्टेटरी होता है। ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। 7, the axon terminal are responsible for transmitting signal to the next neuron or muscles। ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट। 8, what is reflex action? C, quick automatic response। Option C is correct। 9, which part of the nervous system is primarily responsible for reflex action? Spinal cord। Option C is correct। 10, in a reflex arc, which of the following correct sequence? Receptors, sensory neurons, associated neuron, brain, spinal cords, and motor neurons and effectors। So option B is correct। 11, who proposed the theory of natural selection? Charles Darwin। So option B is correct। 12, what is the main idea of the Darwin theory of natural selection? C, organisms better adapted to the environment tend to survive and reproduce। C is correct। 13, the book in which Darwin published his theory of natural selection, origin of species। Option B is correct। 14, according to Darwin, evolution occurred through natural selection। Option C is correct। 15, which of the following is not a part of Darwin theory? उसने म्यूटेशंस पे बात नहीं की थी। So option C is correct। 16, according to Darwin, which lead to the evolution of a species over a time, natural selection acting on heritable variation। Option B is correct। 17, what is mean by survival of fittest? Survival of fittest, individual best adapted to the environment survive and reproduce। Option C is correct। 18, what role does the environment play in a natural selections? It determines which traits are favorable। So option B is correct। 19, who proposed the theory of inheritance of acquired character? Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck। So option C is correct। 20, according to Lamarck, how are traits passed to the offspring? Through acquired characteristics during the organism lifetime। So option C is correct। 21, the prostate gland secretes a fluid that is alkaline and increase sperm-motility। Option B is correct। 22, what is the function of bulbourethral Corpus glands? To secrete a lubricating mucus। Option C is correct। 23, which glands secrete fructose rich fluids that provides energy to the sperm seminal vesicle? They have vesiculation enzymes। 24, which male glands in reproductive glands surround the urethra and may enlarge with the time with the age? So prostate glands। Option D is correct। 25, which of the following is the site of fertilization? Fallopian tube, which is also called oviduct। Option D is correct। The hormone responsible for ovulation is luteinizing hormones। Option C is correct। 27, the function of ovaries is to produce the egg and hormones। Option B is correct। 28, the innermost lining of the uterus, endometrium। Option B is correct। 29, which of the following connect the ovary to the uterus? So fallopian tubes। Option C is correct। 30, the hormone progesterone is responsible for maintaining the uterine lining during pregnancy। Option C is correct। 31, which of the following type of cartilage is found in intervertebral disc? Fibrocartilage। Option C is correct। 32, the basic functional unit of the muscle is sarcomere। Option B is correct। 33, which type of joint allow the greatest range of motion? ball and second joint, जो कि जिसकी एग्जाम्पल जो है हिप जॉइंट और शोल्डर जॉइंट्स है। So C is correct। 36, which of the following cells are responsible for bone resorption? Osteoclast। 37, what is the mineral most abundant in the bones? So calcium है। 38, ligaments connect bone to bones होता है। 39, which protein is primarily responsible for the muscles contraction? Myosin, क्योंकि myosin की क्रॉस ब्रिजेज जो है सो एक्टिन उसके ऊपर स्लाइडिंग करते हैं. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. 40, which type of cartilage formed the fetal skeleton before ossification? Mostly hyaline cartilage के फॉर्म में होता है. सो ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट. 41, who is known as the father of genetics? Gregor Mendel. So option B is correct. 42, which organism did Mendel use for his experiment on inheritance pea plant? So option B is correct. 43, Mendel laws of segregation state that alleles segregate means separate during gametes formations. Option A is correct. 44, according to Mendel of independent assortments, genes for the different traits segregates independently. So option A is correct. 45, in a Mendel's experiment, the F1 generation show only the dominant traits. So option A is correct. 46, what is the genotype ratio in the F2 generation of the monohybrid class? 1:2:1. So option B is correct. 47, the physical expression of the gene is called phenotypics. Option B is correct. 48, if a pea plant has one allele for tallness, capital T, and one for the shortness, small t, what is the genotype? So capital T, small t. Option B is correct. 49, which of the following is not the principle established by the Mendel law of natural selection? Option D is correct. 50, in a dihybrid cross, the phenotypic ratio in the F2 generation is a 9:3:1. So option B is correct. 55, oxygen is transported in the blood by hemoglobin. So option C is correct. 52, the tiny hairs that filter dust particle from entering the lungs are cilia. Option A is correct. 53, during inhalation the diaphragm contract and move downward. 54, the voice box in the human respiratory system is called the larynx. Option B is correct. 55, what is the primary function of alveoli? So exchange gases and carbon dioxide between air and the blood. So option B is correct. 56, alveoli are found in which part of the respiratory system? They are present in the lungs. Option C is correct. 57, which feature of the alveoli increase the efficiency in gaseous exchange? Large surface area, क्योंकि ये respiratory system की property है. 58, which the walls of the alveoli are lined with which type of cells? वहाँ पे squamous epithelium पाया जाता है, जबकि bronchioles में ciliated cuboidal epithelium होता है. So option A is correct. 59, which substance in alveoli reduce surface tension and prevent their collapse? Surfactant, जो कि alveoli type 2 जो है उसको produce करती है. 60, which of the following surround the alveoli to facilitate gaseous exchange? Capillaries यहाँ पे होती है, gaseous exchange होते हैं. 61, what is the primary excretory product removed by the kidney? Urea. Human में urea. Option A is correct. 62, which part of the nephron is primarily responsible for the filtration of the blood? Bowman capsule में जो है blood filter होता है. So option B is correct. 63, how do kidney helps in osmotic regulation? By regulating the volume and concentration of urine. So option A is correct. 64, which hormone increase water absorption in the kidney? Antidiuretic hormones. Option C is correct. 65, the loop of Henle is primarily responsible in concentrating urine and conserving water. Option A is correct. 66, which part of the nephron is involved in selective reabsorption of the ions in water? B, proximal convoluted tubule. 67, excessive water in the body will result in decreased ADH secretions. Option B is correct. 68, the kidney help maintain acid-base balance by reabsorbing bicarbonate ions and excreting hydrogen ions. Option A is correct. 69, which substance is normally not filtered out by the kidney during urine formation? Glucose. ये filter नहीं होता. So option B is correct. 70, which structure collect the filtrates from the nephrons and channel it into the renal pelvis? Collecting ducts का काम है. Option C is correct. 71, which of the following is a protein produced by the recombinant DNA technology used in treated diabetes? Insulin. 72, what biotechnological product is commonly used as an anticoagulant to prevent blood clots? Heparin. So blood clots रोकता है heparin. So option B is correct. 73, monoclonal antibody produced by biotechnology are primarily used for targeted therapy for cancer and autoimmune disease. Option B is correct. 74, what biotechnological product is used to break down lactose in a milk for lactose intolerance individual? Lactase enzymes का काम. Option B is correct. 75, how do biotechnologists primarily helps combat infection disease? By producing vaccine. वैक्सीन बनाते हैं. अब Option B is correct. 76. What is main goal of vaccine produced in biotechnology? To prevent disease before infections. Option B is correct. 77. What biological material is commonly used for biotechnologists to produce vaccine? Live, killed, subtoxic, subunit, messenger. So option B is correct. 78. Which technique is often used in biotechnology to produce vaccine quickly and safely? Recommended Indian technology. 79. Why are vaccines considered to one of the most effective health interventions? Because they strengthen the immune system to recognize pathogens. Immune system को strong करती हैं. Option B is correct. 80. Which immune system component do vaccines primarily stimulates antibodies? Option C is correct. 81. Which method help biotechnologists grow pathogens? Are their parts to develop vaccine in a large quantity? Fermentation and cell culture techniques. So option A is correct. Wish you best of luck. See you next time.